What's up, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be going over a few defensive adjustments that you can make to improve your game if you are just starting out or if you are an expert player on all Madden. I want to say thank you and what's up to the new subscribers since our last video, and welcome back to any returning subs. I really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Leave a comment below and let me know what more videos you guys would like to see, and if there's any questions that you guys may have. Today's video is all about defense with a bonus tip or two, so stick around to see how you can get your opponents to start rage quitting even sooner. So in today's video, like I said, we will be going over two things. First, going to be coach adjustments and how you can make pre-snaps moves to help your gameplay. And the second will be defensive audibles and hot routes that you can put defenders, defensive line, and linebackers on to help better shade certain parts of the field. And a lot of this is going to be helpful for online play, MUT, whatever you're into, or even just playing your buddies head-to-head. So to start this off, you're going to have this screen, and at the bottom, you can see coach adjustments. I switched to practice field just so there's no game clock. But to go over a few of these, I don't move anything on the first two, the auto defense flip or the auto align. First thing I go to is to play ball in air. I usually have it on play receiver or play ball. There's also swat ball and balance. I usually go with play receiver or play ball. I like to have the better chance of getting an interception or a turnover. And so I'm always going to go with play ball or play receiver. Next up is going to be the option defense. This is going to be important if you're playing quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, or Kyler Murray, anybody really who has a mobile threat. Put this on conservative to start the game. You can use aggressive more often with quarterbacks who aren't a mobile threat, like pocket passers Tom Brady and Matt Ryan, but use conservative for most other quarterbacks. Similar concept with strip ball. Usually for bigger runners like Derrick Henry, you're going to want a conservative style to ensure that you complete a tackle, whereas aggressive strip ball is going to go for a forced fumble, but somebody who has a high break tackle like Derrick Henry will give him an unfair advantage of running over open tackles. I don't do anything with tackling. I just leave that as balance. But at the next part is zone drop, starting with flats. Flats will be the outside light blue portion of the field. Usually your outside cornerbacks have these zones, and I would recommend having them either 0 to 5 yards, depending at where you're in field position. Some of them you could go higher. It might be good for a third and long kind of situation where you know they have to get the first down. But I would normally play them 0 to 5 here. Next are the curl flats, and they're going to be the purple and pink routes that you see. Most likely a linebacker or a nickel back, sometimes called the star back, will be running. They highlight the deeper portion along the sideline. And I try to play these about at least 10, more likely 15 to 25 yards. It's going to cut off any corner routes that go above the hitch routes that you'll see oftentimes on the left side of the field. And that's a good man beater. But if you're having these curl flats in the zones with them reading a little bit deeper, you should be able to cover it pretty well. Finally, the last one is hooks. These will be usually covered by your inside or middle linebackers. I like to have these at 5 to 10 yards. Very rarely do I put anything to 15 to 20 here, because these are going to be good for shallow routes or inside in routes that you see tight ends or slot receivers usually making. So here we are back into this game. We're going to go to our quick adjustments, ball and air. We put at play receiver. And this is one cornerback matchups that we did not get to, but it has by depth chart, by speed, by height, by route running. I personally enjoy having this set to speed, just in case there is a wide receiver like Tyreek Hill that you're putting a linebacker on in a nickel or dime situation, and the Madden algorithm doesn't catch it right, and so you have Tyreek Hill running a cross route with a guy who can't keep up with him at all. So here, you're not usually going to have enough time to get all the coach adjustments in on your first play unless you get them down pat. But here you can see my flats, curl flats, and hooks are all set, and we are going to be ready to get into this. And I'm going to pause it right here so you can see exactly what I mean, just a visual representation. On the left, 0 to 5 flats, middle, 5 to 15 hooks, and the curl flats, 15 to 25 on the right or left outside, depending on how you're playing that formation. So he runs and gets a basic 2-yard gain. He does a no huddle. He does that pretty often. And it's going to bring us into our second tip. And that's going to be QB spying, defensive audible hot tips or hot routes that you can put for your linebackers and linemen. And it's going to be important that you spy the defensive end. Here you can see I am putting that on my right side defensive end. And here's going to be our first bonus tip on this. I see a lot of people having this online problem where you switch to the open player in an open field tackle situation just so you can make a big hit and you run right by him, or he makes a crazy juke move and gets by you. Don't switch. Let the AI make the attack on that side. So back to our second tip. You're going to move to the player that you wish to select on the spy. Select them by pressing A, then press left on the right stick, and that's going to enable them their route to change as a QB spy. And I like putting it here on the defensive end because more than not, every online player, if you've been playing online or even in MUT, you'll see more than likely they will run out to the right just like this. And having that right side defensive end spied really allows them to not be able to just clear out that right side of the field by doing goes or anything like that down the sideline. And you're really making sure he has to have the right route beater to be able to get a ball downfield. So if you guys are liking the content and enjoying these tips, please leave a like and subscribe if you are not already. The next thing we are going over is just moving these QB spies in a couple of different positions. I move it to Fletcher Cox at the defensive tackle, as you can see right there. It's not going to be great on a run play. It's going to be really just causing more of traffic in the middle, and he's going to come off of the line more times than not. But since it was a run play, the offensive line engaged with them, and we're going to get a nice, easy stop here. And here's why we're going to do it again. I want you guys to pay attention to the defensive end and the spy. So it's a 4th and 4, and you can see the linebackers, whenever he hikes the ball, the linebackers are going to come play down, and the defensive end is going to drop back. So I'm going to play that back a little bit slower so you can watch right where this defensive end just drops back in coverage. The linebackers come down, but the defense drops back in coverage, and that's really some next level NFL game plan kind of scheme stuff if you're trying to bring that to Madden. Here you're going to see why QB spying the defensive end can be a major advantage. We're actually going to run right by our defensive end, blocking downfield the quarterback, and it's going to allow us to run back this interception. As you can see, using the QB spy on the end will help with this play specifically that a lot of people like to run online, where they have a crossing route from the left going to the right, and they roll out with a mobile quarterback to throw it. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so much. If you haven't already, please like the video. We are going to be doing videos like this all the time about Madden and the NFL. And one last thing, since you did stick around, we're going to be giving a few tips on how to become a better ball hawk in the middle of the field to be making plays just like that. So obviously, needing to start out, the first thing is with the middle linebacker. And here on this play, you'll see exactly why I like to have the coach adjustments for my hooks at 10 yards. I line up over 81, and my position is the hook middle of the field. And so I drop back, and you can see I had both routes covered in the middle where they're going to be throwing on either goal line or short distance more than likely. And the biggest thing that's going to be important for a ball hawking linebacker is going to be baiting and waiting for your right time. And right there, you saw I didn't really make a jump on the ball on the bubble screen because I wasn't able to get the animation quick enough. But you see, I'm going to line up over Cooper Kupp. And if you're playing the Rams more times than not, every throw is going to go to Cooper Kupp. And right there on this play is a great understanding of where you'll see it happen again. He just threw crosses from left to right. And here he's going to do something out of the Wildcat just to switch things up. But on the next play, you'll see he runs the crosses again out of either a mesh route or whatever it may be. And we're going to follow Cooper Kupp, act like it's man, but we're going to stop and sit and try to come back on that crossing receiver. Since he just threw an interception previously on the right side to Cooper Kupp, we were going to take an educated gamble to go to the left. And now here again, we knew that he's thrown that play in the past. And watch this. If you watch it slowly, you're going to want to just take this 1 second, act like you're the computer and you don't see it. But in the time that he's making the throw, you're making a break on the ball, and you're going to take that back for 6. So here on the last play, you can see it all come together. We have a defensive end spy. We're going to run over to the side of Cooper Kupp, but we stop in the middle just in case he tries to throw it back to the left side again. We're going to get an interception, and we're going to take it all the way back. And to no surprise, after we get this one, he's gone. If you guys liked the video, please let me know. Leave a comment below, and we'll be having more videos coming out soon.